In this video, I will show you the best settings for your LG Smart TV. Now trust me, it doesn't really matter the size or type of LG Smart TV you have. This video is going to help you get the most out of your LG Smart TV. So if you recently got an LG Smart TV or you're absolutely new to the LG WebOS operating system, you want to watch this video to the end and apply the same thing to your LG Smart TV. So first things first, you want to go ahead and open up the settings of your LG Smart TV. You can use your remote control over here by just pressing on the gear icon button, or alternatively, you just want to scroll over to the settings icon at the top right corner of the LG Smart TV. So scroll over to the top using your remote control to where you have this settings icon over here, and then you want to go ahead and select it. Now from the picture settings over here, once you select this option, you should be able to change the picture mode of your LG Smart TV to any mode you want. And if you scroll horizontally, you should be able to see all of the picture modes that we actually have on the LG Smart TV. Now by default, the picture mode should actually be set to standard. However, depending on your preference, if you're actually watching a movie or something like a football match, then you want to go ahead and set this to maybe cinema in the case of where you're watching a movie, or you just want to go ahead and set it to football in the case of where you're watching a football match. There are also other modes that are actually available here for you to change your LG Smart TV. But basically what this picture mode does is to optimize the overall picture quality of your LG Smart TV to fit a particular type of content you're watching. So you just want to go ahead and choose the mode that works best for you. However, if you actually want a standard mode for everything you're watching on your LG Smart TV and not having to go ahead to change the mode every single time, then you just want to make sure that you leave this as standard. Now for the sound mode, you want to go ahead and do the same thing. You want to go ahead and change the sound mode if you're watching a specific kind of content. For instance, there is the cinema mode, there is also the Clear Voice Pro, just football as well. You just want to go ahead and change it to any specific sound mode depending on the content you're watching. And once you're done with the sound mode of your LG Smart TV, you can now scroll down to where you have the sound outputs. Now basically, this is just you selecting what type of outputs you would want for your LG Smart TV. So for instance, if you select this, you can go ahead and choose the Bluetooth plus TV, which means that sound will be coming from the Bluetooth speaker that is being connected to your LG Smart TV and the TV at the same time. There are also other sound output settings that you can actually choose over here. For instance, you can go ahead and choose the optical device, which is just optical cable. You can also go ahead and choose TV speakers, which automatically makes the sound to come just from the TV speakers alone. And once you're done with selecting the type of output you want for your LG Smart TV, you just want to go ahead and close this option and then scroll down again to Game Optimizer. Now, except you're playing games on your LG Smart TV, maybe connecting your console like your PlayStation 5 and your Xbox, I would highly recommend that you leave these particular settings. So you just want to go and skip this, except you actually have your console being connected to your LG Smart TV. In that case, you want to go ahead and select it and make sure that game mode is actually turned on for your LG Smart TV. So once you turn this on, it automatically optimizes everything on the TV so you can enjoy and play games properly on your LG Smart TV. So you want to go ahead and turn this on. Once you scroll down to where you have the network settings over here, you're actually allowed to connect either an Ethernet or a wireless Wi-Fi network to your LG Smart TV. So for instance, if you have an Ethernet, you can go ahead and connect it to the Ethernet port on your LG Smart TV. Alternatively, there is also the Wi-Fi connection over here that allows you to connect your LG Smart TV to say a hotspot network or a wireless Wi-Fi. In that case, you can just go ahead and connect the TV to that option. Now finally, once you come over to the all settings over here, the all settings option actually contains a lot more options and menus you can actually change on your LG Smart TV. So basically, I'm going to take you through all of these settings again. Now from the picture settings over here, I've already explained the mode, so you can go ahead and just change this mode from here. Now under aspect ratio, it is basically the size of your TV fitting the particular content you're watching, and by default it should actually be at 16:9. You can go ahead and change the aspect ratio to whatever option you want. For instance, if you're watching a content that does not fit your TV screen, you can just go ahead and change the aspect ratio to vertical zoom or 4-way zoom, or any option you want from over here to fit the screen size of the content you're watching with your LG Smart TV, so you won't be having like black borders around the TV. So basically, that is what that option is all about. If you come over to the advanced settings over here, you have the options to manually change the brightness, clarity, sharpness, and other picture quality features of your LG Smart TV. So for instance, we have the brightness option over here, and it is always recommended that you leave the panel brightness to 100, and then you want to make sure that adjust contrast is always set to about 80. So you want to make sure that you leave this around 80, and then you want to come down to black level over here. You want to leave this at just the 50, and then come down to automatic dynamic contrast. You want to go ahead and leave this to medium, and then over here we have the gemma, and for this option you want to go ahead and leave this to 2.4. so just go ahead and select gemma to 2.4 depending on your brightness of your TV, but it is actually recommended that you go with the 2.4 option. Coming down here, we have the color options for our LG Smart TV. You want to leave this as it is over here, because any little thing can just make you mess with the total color settings of your LG Smart TV. And then you just want to go back to the previous option. Now you want to come down to clarity, and in this option you have the opportunity to do a couple of things. For instance, you can go ahead and adjust the sharpness of the LG Smart TV. Now personally, I like to leave this at 40 because it actually pops up the color and content I am watching from the LG Smart TV. So you can just go ahead and leave this at 40. Now going back to the previous option, we have the super resolution, and for this you just want to go ahead and leave it at the low option. Now under here we have the noise reduction. You also want to leave this as it is. You want to make sure that real cinema is also turned on your LG Smart TV. So make sure you turn on this feature if you actually want a better picture quality while watching movies on your LG Smart TV. So make sure this is turned on, and this is basically all you have to do for the clarity option. And finally, under the apply to all inputs over here, you're basically applying all of the settings we have just made on our LG Smart TV into all of the input source that we have on the LG Smart TV. So all of the changes we have just made will be applied to all of the different HDMI input sources that we have on the LG Smart TV. You can also go ahead to reset all of the changes we have just made on our LG Smart TV by clicking on the reset option over here. And finally, if you're actually reading on your LG Smart TV and you don't want to be affected by the brightness of the TV, then you want to go ahead and turn on the reduced blue light, which makes it easier for you to read subtitles and so on from your LG Smart TV. I want to go down to the sound settings. Now basically I have already guided you on the sound mode and the sound output mode. Now if you come over to the advanced settings over here, I usually recommend that you leave everything here as it is, because there is actually no much you can do from here. So just go ahead and leave this particular option. Now going over to the general settings over here, we have the opportunity to do other things. For instance, under the AI services, I usually recommend that you turn on this, because it basically uses the LG WebOS AI to optimize the quality and every other thing on your LG Smart TV so that it works best for you. So make sure that AI sound is actually turned on. Now once you come down to AI recognition, you want to make sure that smart tips and next picks is actually turned on, and basically it enables your LG Smart TV to be able to use AI to pick and recommend content for you to watch on your LG Smart TV. That is all for the AI services. Now if you come under the game mode, we also have other options, but again, game mode should only be used when you actually have a console or a gaming device connected to your LG Smart TV. Now if you come over to the family settings, there are actually a couple of things you can do here. So if you have an LG Smart TV for your kids and you do not want them to watch too much content, you can go ahead and limit usage. There's also the volume limit as well you can actually set, and also there is the screen time report that gives you an estimate of the time you've spent watching content on your LG Smart TV. Now for devices, you actually have a lot of things you can do from here. For instance, there is the TV management that actually gives you information about your TV. You can also go ahead and change your TV from store mode to home mode. You can also go ahead and turn on quick start, which is basically your TV starting up immediately it is turned on. Now there is also the external devices that allows you to manage external devices that are being connected to your LG Smart TV. Now finally, for the HDMI settings, you actually have the options to manage connected HDMI devices on your LG Smart TV. So from here you can go ahead and turn on HDMI CEC. That allows you to control other HDMI devices that are being connected to your LG Smart TV by just using your LG remote control. So for instance, you can go ahead and turn on your LG Smart TV by using the power button over here, and automatically other devices that are being connected to your LG Smart TV will be turned on as well. So basically that is what you can do from there. And finally, under the system settings, we have the language option, so you can go ahead and change your language, your location, set timer for your LG Smart TV. Safety actually allows you to lock apps and programs on your LG Smart TV. So if you want to restrict your children from watching a specific content on your LG Smart TV, you can just go ahead and turn on safety. Now, additional settings, you have the options to do a couple of things as well. For instance, you can go ahead and turn on the LED light that is at the bottom over here. There is also the screensaver promotion, which you can actually turn off from here if you want to. There is also advertisement, but for all of these, they are actually not necessary. You can just go ahead and leave all of these. Now, the energy saving mode, it is usually recommended that you turn this to off, because once this is turned on, it automatically messes with all of the picture settings we have made on our LG Smart TV. So make sure that this is always turned off to get the best out of your LG Smart TV. Now, lastly, you want to go to accessibility, and over here you have the options to do a whole lot of things as well. For instance, you can go ahead and turn on audio description that allows your LG Smart TV to automatically explain things to you using an automated voice. Now, there is also the learn remote control that helps you understand the remote control of your LG Smart TV. All of these options are not so necessary, so you can just go ahead and leave this. And finally, if you come over to the support settings, you basically do not have so much happening here, except for the software updates that you always have to go ahead and check if there is updates on your LG Smart TV from time to time. You can also go ahead and turn on auto updates so that your LG Smart TV will automatically update itself once there is any updates available for the TV. So basically, to the best of my knowledge, these are the best settings you can actually make on your LG Smart TV and get the most out of the TV. If you find this video useful, please make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more interesting tech tips like this one.